tell me about the upcoming meet. So where do you go, when do you run, and what are your possibilities in this meet?
Well, sure. Well, we have the GLVC Conference Championship, so that's definitely exciting. Everything we've been working for since, really June 1st. So we'll head out to Romeoville, Illinois. So actually head out Thursday, and the meet will be November 8th. This coming Saturday. So very exciting. We've got a very young crew, especially on the women's side, but it really looks like we can definitely move up a couple spots this year, and so that's really our goal, is that we just keep progressing every year and get a little bit better.
Have you run on Lewis's course yet? Does it give you any advantage if you have?
We have not run on their course yet, but it is a pretty flat course, which I think we're ready for. I think the Liberty Hills, that just gives you more strength, but I think we've been doing a lot of track workouts here this last month, so I think we're ready for that, and we've just kind of studied the terrain and know where we're going and what we need to do, so it's pretty exciting, really.
Coach, educate me on this, because in
Sure.
football, volleyball, basketball, we see the coaches on the sideline standing there, and they can
Yeah.
be involved in every play. What's it like to coach a cross-country runner during the actual competition?
Yeah, it is a lot different, just because track is maybe a little bit similar to basketball or football, where you can kind of see them every lap, or you can kind of keep up with them. But really, that's kind of almost a task for me, to try to keep up with the kids, that try to get them at every mile marker at least as often as I can. So everybody's running A to B, and we got someone that's a minute ahead of someone else, and so it gets pretty interesting. But it definitely keeps me on my toes, and it's just a lot of fun. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Who have been some of your top runners this year on both sides, both the men and the women?
Oh, sure. On the women's side, like I said, we're very young this year, but they're really pouring it on here at the end. So Lizzie Stevenson is a freshman from Port Angeles, Washington, and then Josie Wilkerson is a freshman here just from Smithville, Missouri. And so those two have just kind of been the two-headed monster on the women's side. Have finished within seconds of each other each time, but they're great, and they can just help push each other.
Sure,
so
yeah.
That's been a lot of fun to see those two work together. And then on the men's side is really our juniors, Uriah Hetty and Brock Graves, that have kind of been that on the men's side, working together and finishing close to each other on the men's side. So kind of almost a mirror image, just a little bit different years,
Finally, Justin, the conference meet, does it lead to a national appearance if you finish high enough? And what do you have to do to qualify for the nationals?
Well, nationals in cross is a little bit different from track. So we'll have our conference meet here, but actually there's a regional meet 2 weeks later. That'll be hosted in Evansville, Indiana. So Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles will host that one here in 2 weeks after a conference. And so, really our goal for this year is that, we're moving up in conference, we're qualifying for the regional meet, and then we can kind of see where we're at, here in about 3 weeks. But, I really think that these teams are, regional qualifying teams, and that, we'll definitely put a stamp on the season, at regionals.